continuation of my last video where I was talking about the great job Todd Bowles did with his defense and the stop that they made against Green Bay. I mean, the stuff that they did against Washington, the Saints. The defense pretty much won the Saints game, and it pretty much won this game. And they made a big stop in the first half. They were playing predominantly man under with a cover one, and sometimes using the defensive tackle, Sue, as a stand-up roving guy, blitzing and covering and different things. But then when they got down to the goal line, they suddenly did a little blitz, and they hadn't been blitzing. And then on the third play at that goal line in the first half, they did a bracket coverage again, a double cover. And Rodgers had a chance. It was close. He just messed up a bit on the pass on the blitz. Lazard, his receiver, screwed up on the design of the second play. And then the third play, Rodgers just hesitated a bit because I don't think he was sure of the coverage 100%, and that hesitation cost him, and he never had a chance to look over and find a guy wide open for a touchdown. That cost the Pack 4 points. 4 points. This cost them another 4 points. They lost by, 5 points, 6 points? I mean, that's the game. And then you add that in that crazy touchdown at the end of the half by Brady, there's the game. So on this set of downs, now this is the second half, and Bowles started to back off into a too-deep zone look. But the Pack went right down the field both times. It's just too conservative versus a guy like Aaron Rodgers. And Bowles did that because he lost his second safety. He was already without Winfield, the hero of the week before, and now he lost Whitehead. So those two guys were gone. Now he has backup safeties, and he got a little conservative. But he rectified that immediately, got back to more man-to-man, and the cover one and a double on Adams, and he's stopped the Pack 2 drives in a row. So they scored 2 drives in a row, or stopped 2 drives in a row. But this drive, they got down the field, some good stuff again from Brady, nailing the man-on-man coverage, finding the right guy. But they got down to here, and suddenly Bowles did it again. So in the first half, he's doing some man-to-man. Second half, he goes into a cover 2 zone. Then he goes back to man. And we get down here, and he goes into some kind of a quarters look. And let me show you. So, again, this is JT O'Sullivan of Quarterback School, YouTube, lining the play up for us here. But, this was supposed to be an RPO. Brady's supposed to, Aaron Rodgers is supposed to do an RPO here, and the options with the running back, and then the run-pass option to pass it, give it to the running back or pass it, and he calls it off. He changes the play at the line of scrimmage because he sees something, and I think what he's seeing, I'm not sure what he's seeing. There's Adams there. I think he's thinking if this is a double on Adams, right? They've got man-to-man, man-to-man. And I think he's seeing man-to-man. If there's a double on Adams, he's not sure where that's coming from. So since there's man-to-man, I think he thinks, look, we can beat this, and I don't even want to play around with the RPO. Let me just go right for it. I'm not, I think JT would have a better speculation than me on this. All I know is he changed the play, and Lazard, who screwed up in the first half, again screwed up this. He is going to be wide open here, and he's not looking for the ball because he thinks it's a run. And you know that Rodgers changed it because you can see here he's not even really doing the fake. Look at this. Look at that. He's not even really he's not reading anything. This is not option football. It was supposed to be an option, and he's not doing it now. He's going right to the play action, and he hardly even did the play fake. He wants to get this right out to either Adams or to Lazard. And as you see here, you're going to see Lazard breaks wide open because it was man. It was man here. Or was it? No, actually, see, that's the point. That we don't know what... It's actually man. It's actually, look, if it was man, this is the guy's man right here. He comes off of him. It's not man. It's a cover 4. It's a quarters. This guy, the cornerback down here, he has a tight end here. He blocks in line for max protection. So you can't tell from that. These two guys are in quarters. I'm telling you right now, this safety's coming down in here That's a very quarters. Cover 4 is when all guys have a quarter of the field and they all go back deep. But quarters is a different thing. Pat Narduzzi, a bunch of other guys, a lot of guys, Scott Schaefer, and there was other guys involved that created something where the safeties will come up. The cornerbacks definitely have their quarter, and the safeties have their quarter, but they're much more aggressive, and they'll come up quick on a run or on the passes over the middle. So it's quarters has a little bit of different idea than just regular cover 4. And so this quarter's shooting up. Edwards is just a little slow coming up. And I think because he's checking this guy out, see what's up. Or maybe he's watching Adams too much. I don't know. But whatever's going on, he's a little slow. This guy comes up quick. This guy doesn't really have anyone. This guy's in his quarter zone. And this guy's playing an underneath zone. I think all these guys are playing underneath zone. So I'm pretty sure this is a quarter zone. And the crazy thing is, I think Rodgers was thinking it might be man-to-man, which would have worked maybe as well. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Rodgers picked up something and thought, hey, I got myself a zone here. Heck with this. I think this thing's going to pull open before I get it to him but I don't think so, because if this safety really was aggressive like this guy, I think he would have been right there with the ball. He would have been right in the path. Look. See? If he was more aggressive, he'd have been right in the path of that. But whatever, I don't know what's going on. It's all speculation. But it looks like a cover. It looks like a quarters zone look by Bowles, switching to that for pretty much the first time in the game out of nowhere. And whatever it is, Lazard would have been open. But he's not paying attention because he didn't get the signal. See here? Brady's giving the signal. I mean, sorry, I keep calling Rodgers. If he's watching, he can kick my butt. All right. Rodgers is giving the signal right here. See? And Lazard doesn't get it. And again, I made an excuse in the last video. These guys there's not been a lot of continuity. They've been banged up a lot all year. The receiving guys too, Lazard, St. Brown, who dropped a pass. Don't know if that has something to do with it. That is not normal for a pro receiver or on a good team like that. Now here's the other play. And we have that. I think this is the thing with Adams again. Oh no. Little different variation. Yeah, here's where I'll draw it up. So, yeah, this is just more of like, yeah, this becomes where Adams is almost like he's one-on-one, but again, I'm telling you, this isn't one-on-one. Now, instead of the cornerback taking this quarter, he's coming up one-on-one, so he is man-on-man. You can see that, he's man-on-man. I'm telling you, this guy right here, the nickelback who was in zone the last play, is now taking the place of him in quarters. And if this guy went out to the wide, that was Adams, he would have been out there too. There is no double on Adams. This is all underneath zone with the quarters. These safeties got their guys here. Look at over here. These guys are definitely playing zone. See, lets them he ditches them off to him. See, this is all zone. I think this is quarters. And maybe even more of a looser cover 4. I'm not sure, but that's what we have. This is Bowles for you. You're not even sure what he's doing half the time. And neither is Brady. So Brady goes back, and again, he had this guy, and he could have had this guy right here. Look. So this guy would have been tackled. People were saying Brady, a lot of the fans said he should have ran here. But look at this right here, Adams. He's open. He's busting open right there. But by then, Rodgers is already on the move. So he's a little unnerved by the pass rush, which was getting to him. But more than that, he's not sure what the heck's happening in Bowles' defense. He thinks he's at man, and it's back in its zone again. He's running up here. This guy's breaking open. He sees it too late. By the time he throws, out of the end zone. See? So there's, again, Adams. It looks like one-on-one, but I think it's a zone. He's going to break open right here. But Rodgers doesn't see him. And he overthrows, and by the time he sees him, it's too late. Again, a hesitation because he's not sure what he's getting. He's not sure what he's looking at. You know? Is this double coverage? Is it man-on-man? Is it zone? I think it's zone. I think it's quarters. And it's a different quarters than the first play. It's now quarters with this guy instead of this guy. This guy was his short zone, and this guy was quarters. Now this guy's man, and this guy's the quarters. So now we go to the next play. We've got one more screw up here to keep them out of the end zone one more time. And again, Rodgers feeling the pressure. And again, people are saying he should run. He wasn't going to get to the end zone, but I guess it would have gotten closer. But close is no cigar. And when you're down this tight, close doesn't always help. Sometimes more space is helpful. So it's not necessarily that him running would have helped. If they had a planned design run, like I like the RPO, but then Lazard screwed that up. The RPO was the best call. Any kind of option's great near the end zone. You got to keep these guys guessing because Bowles is making him guess. So you've got to be the aggressor. When it was power spread in the offense in the college schemes, and then it went to the pros, the offenses became the aggressor. They were making the calls. They were pushing on the D. Now the D is starting to make the calls again. Bowles is making them guess, and he's making the calls and being aggressive. You didn't see this in the Buffalo game versus Kansas City. I'm telling you right now, Bowles is going to play that very different than what Buffalo did. He's going to push the hand of Kansas City and Mahomes. Now, there will be some big plays and touchdowns for Kansas City, but they may also screw up like this. Now, this one, we have this same play. Yep, this is the play that we had before, that in the first half, when Adams busted in and busted up, and he was open. But look, now we got this guy in quarters again. That's why he's taking this guy in and we got the other cornerback on man. And there's no double coverage here on Adams. See? This guy's letting Adams go. And this now let's see here. JT thinks there's a bracket, I think, here with this linebacker. I know. I'd see he left Adams. The linebacker left him too. He has him here for a minute. Then he leaves him to this guy. He's playing zone. This is zone. This is a cut quarters with this guy. That guy's in man, and these guys right here. See, watch the back. See? Quarters. See? And this safety comes up right there. They pretty much have it. And again, you could say that Rodgers should have went right there, or when Adams makes his move there, but there was a little teeny hold there by the linebacker. And then Adams is open right there, but Rodgers is already on the move. Go back to Rodgers. It's so confusing for all these guys. The receivers, they've been seeing man all this time or cover two zone. Now they're seeing quarters out of nowhere. Plus we have a little stunt here, and Barrett gets in on Rodgers because these guys are good defensive line, and his tackles are beat up. Now he's scrambling. He had happy feet anyway at this point. So he's got happy feet. He jumps out of there. People are saying Rodgers should run. Where? Okay, right over here. Yeah, you think these guys aren't going to jump over and get him before he gets there? Okay, it makes it a shorter distance for fourth down. Can that help? I don't know. Sometimes it's better to have this space. You got to make the play. You got to make the play, and you can't make the play when you're hesitating. And Bowles mixing these defenses is making him hesitate. Look at he's getting out of the look at here, happy feet out of the pocket, pump there, pump again, throw, too late. Because he's pumping all over the place. He's pumping to one guy, pumping to another guy. He's thinking, wait, maybe Adams. No, Lazard. No, Adams. Because these guys are jumping off their guys, and they're helping each other because they're in zone. And, of course, the simplicity of the design is amazing. The technique, the teaching of the technique is amazing by Bowles. It's so much fun for these guys. These guys are having so much fun, this defense, against the top quarterback in the NFL. They're having fun. That's why I'm saying, you might say, no, Mahomes is better than Rodgers. You know what? I don't know who's better. It's close. Okay, I'm telling you right now, they messed with Rodgers' head. I do not think Mahomes is just going to have a free, easy day.